Well, Allman, who had his freshman campaign cut short, now hoping to step into somewhat of a more prominent role in his second opportunity here in Santa Clara. And the redshirt freshman from Jesuit in Portland.
Number 15, third baseman Sean Yamaguchi.
So Allman has had a little bit of trouble to begin the season with avoiding barrels, but has been in and around the strike zone and is going to need his best stuff here this afternoon as Sean Yamaguchi comes to the plate and takes strike one. Yamaguchi in his first season, a true freshman for 53 degrees and the wind blowing 12 miles per hour from west to east. Pushing out towards left field here in the South Bay as the first pitch to Jackson Waller is taken low for a ball. Waller against this Nevada lineup. Fisted off the hands, and we'll do it again. Meanwhile, for Santa Clara, under head coach Filter, giving it by Allman. Calling balls and strikes here this evening. It's going to be Barney Navarro, our crew chief, Greg Charles, and the third base umpire, Ricardo Rodriguez. This is sent in the air towards center field. Raymond's got a beat on it. Doby working exclusively from the stretch, draws Yamaguchi in even with the bag over at third base. And there's an off-speed pitch taken for strike two. Doby, his last time out. Here's the pitch, and it drops in for a strike. Well, I stand corrected. I apologize. They're going to award Ross an infield single, and the error moves him to second base. Into a slide and makes the catch. He slides into the bullpen for Santa Clara, and that's going to be out of play. And that's going to allow Ross to come in and score. Well, them's the rules. Again, here's another look at it. You go into the bullpen, that is out of play. Even if you make the catch and carry it. Third base over at the corner, middle infield, pinches for two. This one is capped off the end of the bat, and quickly Allman is ahead. Allman again making the second start of his career at Santa Clara. He's come out of the bullpen a couple times. I'd say you're doing something right. And right now he's trying to calm down this second inning as Karsten will head back behind home plate. Here's Jack Mecho. First pitch to him is low and away. Mecho 3 for 17 at the plate so far this season. And now head coach Rusty Filter also doubles as low and away. Allman does have a base open if he so wishes to use it. Does not have to give in here. Probably very familiar with these conditions, being from the Pacific Northwest. Swing and a miss. And so back to the bump goes Jace Doby. So he's going to face Tate Metcalf, Hayden Young Goldberg, and Andrew Raymonds. A lot of fresh faces in this Santa Clara lineup, a team looking to move above 500 right before the beginning, as we mentioned. Drove in 54 runs, again in 42 games. Also had 27 stolen bases. And there's a lot of spots open right now for Santa Clara, as this one is hit well towards left. And that will send Holder back, who's got a beat on it, and makes the catch. Right in front of the warning track, there's two outs. All the hits against Allman have been singles, but so far, death by cuts for Nevada. So Yamaguchi's got his first hit, 1 for 2 now, and that'll bring Jackson Waller to the dish, who singled, and then with a 3-run lead for Nevada here in the third.
Designated hitter Billy Ham.
Just a hanging breaking ball, and Holder did not miss it. First pitch is a strike now to Billy Ham. 2 gone now. Well, the precipitation, at least in the area, is supposed to be relatively sporadic. But it's going to be here, it feels like, for it. See that one got in on the cosina of Cunningham and then squirted. Ended up being a backhand play by Ball. One of those you can't really charge. And in a way, are a bit at the mercy of the ball. So nice play by Ball. And the first pitch, one off the end of the bat, down the left field line, and it's going to go foul. That one had a little more juice to it than it sounded like. Sounded like he got it more towards the end. 2-2 pitch is right there, strike 3 called, and so lands. Quick couple of outs. And trying to silence the Wolfpack for the first time in a couple innings. They've gotten 2 runs in the second and third. In the second inning, it was Clara came in to score. It's a little down. And while the Broncos have maximized that lone opportunity, that's exactly what it's been. Just one opportunity. So far, Doby throwing his best out Grand Canyon, where he parked his 3rd home run of the season up in Corvallis. This is low and away. Also launched a home run down in Austin during the Texas series, which Santa Clara unfortunately fell. So just a freshman revelation for Nevada this year, just continuing to find ways to aid this already powerful offense. And now here's Jackson Waller. Waller takes a swing at the first pitch, and here comes a lot of arms that have been in and around the zone, and obviously off the weekend in Texas, or the week in Texas, I should say. It's a point of emphasis for this Broncos pitching staff after handing out 26 free passes over 3 games. Ham here with a hit, and was hit. Hayden Young Goldberg and Andrew Raymonds against the righty in Jace Doby. So Metcalf to the dish, was retired in his first at-bat via the ground out, and takes the first pitch changeup for a strike. Doby has been awesome through 4 innings. That one falls in for a strike. 2 runs in the second and third innings for Nevada. Have yet to get to Cooper Lands, the second pitcher here today for Santa Clara over the last 2 innings. Raymond chops it foul. Cunningham takes a strike. Was freshman of the week last year towards the tail end of April. 2-year member of the program, I should say. He's against Cal Poly. And takes a pitch outside there. Reached base for the first time last February against UMBC. Was a 4-year varsity starter up at Davis Senior High School. Utility player, but primarily a catcher. Way off the line at third base. Middle infield pinched. And Ross takes it over the outside edge for a strike. Cunningham, a heads-up base runner over to third. You see him there. So Doyle's got to be careful. Doby, pardon me. Along with Snakenborg behind home plate games, a part of his 11 appearances. This is downstairs. 31 innings. And had a 7.2 ERA. 25 strikeouts, a 3-2 record. And as a freshman was a part of the WCC with Pacific. Here's the payoff. It's fouled back. We'll do it again. Infield peeled around to the left. Snakenborg. Head coach Rusty Filter looking to ride his arms as long as possible. That's outside. We'll see if the 30-year head coach for Nevada, McKinley, puts anything on. 21 driven in for ball. And Nevada has taken a commanding lead a little over midway through this Monday matchup. The ball just took that one, got under it, put it into the jet stream, and said thank you. Saturday's doubleheader. Waller had 2 of them. Hit 2 in one game during the 93 win, the lone victory over Fresno State. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that is low for ball 2. From the stretch, the 3-2 again on the inside corner. Strike 3 called. Good spot there by Fontaine as he comes in and punches out a pair and ends the sign. Combats Jace Doby, who's attempting to work through his 6th inning. It's just 63 pitches coming in. He has been efficient and run. You've done your work, but hopefully nothing going on. That is Mecho. Secured that last line out for the first out. Here's Garcia. There's the pitch. A little bit low. Control issues. Just 2 walks in his last 8 innings. Although did hit a pair of batters against Northern Colorado. Tucks that circle changeup grip into a blue mitt. Black and blue mitt. And spiked it. So far in non-conference play. And Medikoff skies it up the elevator shaft. Around home for Nevada. 4, 5, and 6. Holder, Ham, and Doyle. As Holder jumped ship back in the 3rd inning with a 2-run. Needless to say, is hard to get out. Runner goes from first base. The ball is high, and the throw is late, and then sliding past the bag is Holder. Well, that's a little slick Santa Clara rug coming up to bite Holder in Nevada. Home run of the season, and it was a moonshot. I mean, center cut, put it on a tee. And so now it's done. Center cut. 3 balls and a strike now. The 5th inning on the Karsten single. A couple of Santa Clara firsts in that inning. Now he's going to have to tighten up here behind in the count, 0-2. Oaks from the windup. That one falls in for strike 3. While the on base is where you'd like it to be, eventually you're going to have to start putting the ball in play with some authority. Time called momentarily at home plate. Whether it's home runs or just base hits, primarily extra base hits, is a two-way player, is going to take ball's spot in the order. And that was before he technically exited the game. So he's going to swap spots, and I believe that's him on deck. Count is 1-2. Stewart gets a foul ball. Count remains the same. Cunningham deep in the hole at shortstop. That pitch is on the inside corner for a strike. Yamaguchi struck out against Nick Fontaine the last time that he was up, also a left-handed pitcher. This one is chopped towards the shortstop, cut off by Yamaguchi. slings it over to first base, and there's one gone. So cut off Mecho, the new shortstop. And bang, bang play at first base. You know, we saw earlier in the game, for example, Yamaguchi kind of get the ball out quick from third base and sort of use the turf to skip it up to first base. But Mecho, I mean, understandably, Divine's a true freshman. These teams have never played. And now Mateo Garcia will get a crack with a couple of Broncos aboard. So Daniel Tovar running into a little bit of trouble here in the 8th inning. This is really their last best opportunity to try and get into this game. Joyce grounds it to third. Yamaguchi, this could be two to second. Young on the way to first, not in time. Joyce beats it out as Divine comes in to score and makes it a 6-run game. So he moves over to first base, and there's 2 men aboard here with nobody out. Yikes. Someone in the press box said an Irish jig. I don't know if it's because it's St. Patrick's Day, but if that was known, that's a 4 out of 5. Waller now up. Santa Clara is going to match up with USF. And Lambert laces that one into left field. So a 1-out single as Lambert's got his first hit of the ball game. Lead and not a 10-run lead. That's out of play. So, you know, it just goes to show, just because the game seems out of hands doesn't mean that you can't try and still work to get 3 quick outs and just give your offense a chance. In fact, I thought that in the middle portion of this game, Santa Clara's bullpen did a really nice job. No pressure in this spot. Down in the count, 0-1. Looking for his first knock tonight. Cunningham from third, Karsten on second, Olsen on first. Hirata at second base in the outfield. And Garcia stares.